Hello everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another paper crafting video, card making video mostly because we rarely ever do extras. Hey Rosie, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me. Um, so we have like a little bit of a packed um crafting video today because it's the card I'm making. We can have like different versions and I want to discuss them all right now. We may do extras later in time, but I just want to explain them to you so you can play as much as possible with this card. Before we get started, hey Adrian, hello Kathy, welcome. I want to just remind you guys that we have these really awesome starter kit deal active right now. You have 2-3 more days to join the Stampin' Up and save a lot of money because they're giving you all these things that you see here in I guess in your screen. They're giving those for free, and those are all the new ink colors. So you're getting the markers, the special pattern paper, cardstock, and the ink pads for free. So I just want to let you guys know it's really good deal. You can join my team. That'll be amazing. But there are plenty other demonstrators out there that you can join. Their team and just make the most out of these. Amazing deal. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Louise. Hi, Fran. Kiwi and Anita, I am so glad you guys are here with me today. Now, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know about is these really cool coming paper pumpkin kit. Is called Life is Sweet, and it features the ink color, the new ink colors. So I think that happens every year. The May paper pumpkin kit tends to be very focused on the ink colors. So I can't wait what this one is bringing. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. We did have a lot of fun. And it was busy weekend, so you know how it goes. So let's get started because again, I have a lot going on, guys, today. Let me move in here. So this is a card that I saw a while back, and it was done by Iced Images. I was gonna say Ice Cubes, guys, but it's not Ice Cube Images, it's Iced Images, and she is a wonderful YouTuber from the UK. So if you guys have not seen her videos, please go check her out. She is amazing. And so here's the dealio, right? So I don't know how long ago I saw this video, and I saved it. I'm like, okay, I am going to work her. So let me start with this. Initially, what I saw was a pin in Pinterest from somebody that just had tagged or pinned a picture, right? Not like the link to YouTube, just the picture. And I had it down for a long time. I didn't know who it belonged to. I didn't know. So I was like, oh my God, I really like this one. But a picture does not tell me much of what's happening, right? And so I I have developed a little bit of an ability to figure out certain folds, but I at least need like an opening and different pictures from different angles so I'm able to actually see what's happening in the card. And I just had one picture. I was hoping that eventually, Pinterest will kind of suggested something similar, and it didn't until at some point I saw another card, and this one was the one I was telling you about from Iced Images. So I found out that Iced Images has done a couple of these cards, and these are called, this is a double tuck, oh my goodness, double tuck corner fun fold. And it goes something like this. Okay, this is the small one, guys, but it goes something like this, right? So you open, and when you open, you have just a variety of areas here in your card to play with. Um, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to check out her first version. Her first version, well, no, I don't know. The first one I saw was 5x7, and I'm going to show you that size. I'm going to show you how to change that a little bit so you can make a 5x5 card. And then we'll finally make our card that I just maneuvered for it to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So all that is happening. So let's get going. So her card, I think her name is Louise, by the way. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Her card is the first one. It has 3 pieces that we're going to make our card base from. And so I'm going to line these at 5 1/2, guys. So there you go, 5 1/2. And I'm going to cut at 5. I'm going to cut 2 pieces, 2 at 5. So we're going to have 2 pieces of 5 inches by 5 1/2. And again, remember, this is for the 7x5 card. And then we need another piece of 5x3. So from one piece, you're able to get the whole card base, okay? Oh, really, Adrian? That's super interesting. The PDF tutorial will include the measurements for the 5x7 card. But I'm going to focus on the smaller card because people tend to like that one. So again, we have 2 pieces, 5 1/2 by 5, and then 1 piece of 3x5. Okay, so I'm going to move this one out of the way, actually both of them. And I'm going to bring this one on the 5 1/2 side. I am just going to score at 5. There it goes. And I'm going to align at 5, right? And I am going to score using the right side of my trimmer, okay? So there's one. Now, what I'm going to do, and since this is this is just a template, I'm going to put here, this is at 5 1/2. This is 5x5 1/2, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to align, I'm going to mark this so you guys can see better. There. So I'm from the lower, this would be the lower left corner. I'm going to align that corner with the score line, the top of the score line. So I made that little mark so you can see better. And I'm aligning these as best as I can. And then we're going to score. Now, I mean, let's see. Let me move this here because it's hard to see. See, can you really see well? I think you're seeing there. Okay, so here's our diagonal score line. With this corner, so we're going to use this corner where we have the like that mark, that diagonal mark, and we're going to align that corner to the top of the trimmer. And we're going to align this at 3. Okay, and we're going to score all the way to the score line. So that's the first one. So we're going to now flip this. We're going to keep that corner that has the score line, and we are going to align at 3, and we're going to score again all the way to that diagonal score line. So I am just going to make this like this so it's a little bit simpler for you guys to see. So I did make all these score line, right? So I did made from top to bottom that at the 1/2 inch. Then we did this diagonal score line from that corner, so from the left corner, bottom left corner, to where we had that initial score line. I think I say score line too much and I get confused sometimes. Hi, Sus, welcome. And then what we did is, now that we have this like this, we aligned these corner to the trimmer and we scored. And we scored in a line at 3, remember, and we scored all the way to that diagonal one, and then we what I did, guys. So I am going to do this exactly so you guys remember. So I did this, right, in a line, and I score back in here in the back. So you end up with something like this. Bottom line, and just this is so my lines are not too terrible, but I am awful using the ruler. So what we have is a square in here. So this is a 3-inch square, right? And then we have two leftover, so 2-inch leftover areas. I'm going to repeat the process with the other one, the other piece that you guys just can see is the same thing. So I align at 1/2 inch and score all the way. By the way, Louise from Ice Images just marked that. I just score all the way because really you're not going to see it, and it's pretty helpful later on. Now I am going to mark again here just so you guys see it. There is the top, that's the top of that score line. I am aligning the other side, right? Like so the left corner, there it is, with my top in there, and then I'm going to score, and we're going to do the same thing. Here's the corner. We're going to align that corner up to the top of the trimmer on the left side, align it at 3, and we're going to score. Is that clear, guys? It's so easy to me that I think I forget to explain correctly. Now I'm going to flip this, right? We're going to flip this just like that. So this is where we're at. We flip it over. We have that score line with the corner, right? I'm going to make a mark there with the corner looking left. We just didn't move it really. We just flip it over and align at 3 and score. Okay? Is that clear? Please ask me questions. So you're going to end with 2 of these. Now, if you put them right like this, then you'll have, this square on the same side. All I did is turn it over, and then now I have the square, and I'm going to mark it. Here's the square on the other side. Okay. This needs to be fold. So we're going to fold Valley. I'm going to fold these real quick. And bring my bone folder. I think that's just a habit because we're not making a card out of this. These pieces are 5.5 by 5. Kiwi's asking what size is the cardstock. And then you need a third one of 3 by 5. And now I'm going, remember that we turned this over, right? So we're going to flip this, fold this just the same, Valley. Okay? Yes, you got it. There we go. So that's how this starts looking. Now, I'm going to bring this. Don't pay attention to my lines. They're cricket. That's me using a ruler. So thank God for the trimmer. So what I need now is these spots. So this diagonal piece that's included in that square needs to go mountain. So I'm folding this a tiny bit, just kind of letting them know where it has to go. And now, see, I'm having it here. This needs to be Valley, but I'm going to move a little bit. You did, Kiwi. Thank you. I am folding this a little bit. So on one side, and I'm going to come on the other side and fold it. And I'm folding them both Valley. So again, we folded Valley initially. In this one, we're folding a little bit up, so mountain. But we had fold those, not all the way, but just help them know where they're going, right? So you see what I'm doing here? So what I'm doing is I'm bringing my fingers and folding these inwards. And this keeps being Valley. This one is coming mountain, and the 2 score lines are folding in. And that's it. Okay, so that's what we do. I'm going to just give this a quick crease. It does not need to be perfect. We'll work on the other one here in a little bit. And we're going to do the exact same thing here, right? So we fold this already Valley. I'm going to kind of turn this a tiny bit, mountain. And then we're going to push this belly, both sides, because that just helps. It's a little bit of help to tell the paper where it needs to go. And with both fingers, I'm pushing on each side of the square, and then pushing downwards, down, and we're going to get the same thing. Okay, and then there you go. Okay. So that is our card. Now, this extra piece that we have is 3 inches, right? And so what we're doing is we're going to add these in here. And I'm going to add it with glue because, again, this is just to show, well, my glue is very excited today, guys. I don't know how that happened. And I'm just going to line guides these in here. Now, I actually forgot to tell you something. What I did was actually putting the glue on the other side. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to put the glue in here. It was just because my glue started like spewing over. So I'm putting the glue on the back flap, right? And I'm aligning these with the piece. Let me move this like this so I can see better if I'm doing this correctly. And there it is. And you see now why scoring that all the way is not a bad idea. The truth is you're not going to see it because you're going to put something in here to decorate. And so if you do put the glue on the back of the flap of the side pieces, then in the back you will just have this back piece. And I'm just going to do that anyway so you guys see what I'm talking about. So it looks a little better, right? So that way, okay. Maybe. Okay, that way what we have is only one piece, right? And it looks much more finished on the back. Nobody's watching the back, Maria. I know, but it's just better. You can do whatever is best for you. And no matter what, you will not see those score lines because you'll have something in here decorating. So this is how the card looks in the 5x7 piece measurements. I actually have 2 cards like that because I really, really like the size. It's really convenient for decorations, and we know I like that. So remember these. Now I'm gonna move back. Sorry guys, I thought I had another piece. I'm gonna use this one. So how do you change the measurements of this card? Let me bring this one here. The important thing is that once this is folded, you have, I'm going to call them pillars, 2 pillars of 2 inches, right? So this one is 2 inches, this one is 2 inches. So the smaller the middle piece, the smaller your card, right? Logically. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. If I wanted to do this a little smaller, so let's say by 6. Let's say there's more or less 2 inches in there. So if I wanted to make this 6x5, then I just cut a smaller piece, right? A smaller piece that would be 2x5. And that just gives you the same outcome. If you want to make this bigger, so this size bigger, let me show you what we're going to do. And I hope all that is making sense. So for example, if we wanted to do a 6x6 card, what you can do is we're going to cut a piece of, man, this is, I hope this is going to, oh, it doesn't. Don't you just not like it when that happens? Let me grab some paper here that I am not really using. So let's see, we're going to do 6, and we are going to do, and I'm going to do 6.5. Maria, 6.5, okay? And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to score at 1/2 an inch. So that gives us 6. So what you really need is a square of 6x6 or 3x3 or 4x4, a square. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay. We're going to score there. And then we go. And exact same thing. We're going to align that corner that we just scored towards the top of the trimmer. Now, here is the catch. The first catch is if you score these at 3, let's say 3, then you'll have a panel of 3 inches, right? Let me bring this one to make it easier. Remember? So this piece was 5. We had a 3-inch square, and then we have a panel of 2 inches, just like that. So if this is bigger and I make this 3, right? Then you're going to have a thicker panel in here. And let me show you that. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to score. I scored all the way. Sorry, guys. Was not thinking. Hopefully there's not a problem. Bring in again that corner, score at 3. And I'm just going to score to where I should. Okay. Fold. Whoops, this is much bigger. So funny. Fold. Valley. Bring this back again here, right? A little bit. Fold the sides 1. Fold the other side 2. And now we are going to press here and help these. This is that old cardstock we had that was glittery and it's really thick, guys. So I'm pushing these 2 sides. Hello, Laura, welcome. I'm pushing these 2 sides, pushing on the back, and we form this. So now you see what I meant to say. Okay, I'm looking for my. If you do that, then you have just an exact flap that goes over, right? There you go. If you like the effect of having a little bit like this corner here is visible, then you can make these a bigger, so let's say 3.5, and then you'll have a smaller flap on this side, and this corner will be more visible. I hope that makes sense. So Susie's asking, wouldn't you find it easier to decrease each? I'm not sure what you mean, Sus. To decrease each what? Elaborate. Okay, so and then you'll do the same we did. Now, these will be 3, the other one will be 3, and then you'll have like just a piece like this. Yes, yes. The important thing is in here is this square is how big this square is, how big this extra area is, and how it will, I mean, how would you decide? Because that will be you. So again, if you want to make this 3.5, let's say somewhere here, then this is the size of your piano. And I'm just gonna align there 3.5 so you guys can see sort of. These would be like the size of your piano, right? It's not going to be very easy, but that would be the size of your piano. So instead of being 3, then it will be 3 by 3.5 by, oops, there it goes, by 2.5. I'm just want to show you how these, once you do that, like, then I'm going to fold this, I'm going to fold this all the way, and we're going to have the same. And now you see that little bit, now we have an extra in here. These measures now 2.5, right? Not 2. So bottom line, the bigger the square, the smaller the flap. And that can help you create as many cards as you want in different sizes. Now, I was working on the card, right? And then I decided, well, the easy way to do this is to create 2 pieces like we did. And this one measures 5.5 by 5. So the exact same measurements. And just close it like that, right? And I just have a 1/4 inch inside, like that's all I have. Why? Because these 2 measure 2 inches, so 2, 2, 4, and then here's our 4.25, right? But you know me, I kind of work harder on what I want, right? I was not totally pleased with this. So I ended up creating the eight different version that is all in one piece. So no two pieces. And then it measures 5.5 on this side and just 4.25 tall. So, and this is the one we're going to be doing. Going back to this one. So if you just wanted to make a side fold, so one tuck corner, you can just, instead of cutting these, you can just create a piece that is 5 by this be 8, and then you'll have a bigger card. And I'll probably be doing something similar to this on our paper pumpkin kit, just because I want to play with the idea. But that's kind of a sneak peek. Bottom line, the card we're making today is just one piece or regular measurements, and it folds just like that. Much smaller, obviously, than the bigger card. Okay, so I just wasted all 30 minutes explaining all that. I hope you found it interesting and you learned something, and now you can create several pieces of it. And we're going to work on this card. Are we ready? And I'm sorry. Talk so much. But are we ready, guys? Let me know. Let me know we're ready. We need a piece. I'm going to move that out of the way. Before I get started, guys, don't forget all these will be in the PDF tutorial that will not be ready until tomorrow. First thing, we are going to be working today with several things. One of them is the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. So yes, mostly using the Country Woods suite. So I'm going to be using that one because I told you guys that I love it. I am also using the designer tags, and I don't know if you guys have seen that one. I think those dies kind of like have not had many, I don't know, many people using them. I got them because I fell in love with them, and I don't know where they are now, but they are amazing. I'm going to bring a couple of them because I have created a magnet wall here in the back, but I'm going to bring you just a few so you guys see. So you have like this one that you can put ribbon through. And this is actually the one we're using. They have another one like this. Look how beautiful that is. And another one. So these are amazing, guys. And they are called designer tags. And let me put them back because I don't want to lose them because I really like them. Okay. I don't know where this one goes. There it goes. If I have some time at the end, I'll show you where they are at. Then I am using by far one of my favorite background stamps. I love because I can create whatever I need. So it just caters to my desires, my crafting desires. And finally, we'll be using the country flowers. So those are the ones that we'll be using. And yes, I did color some of them. They are very easy to color. I'm very, very pleased with the outcome of them. So maybe we can play with them in the coloring corner. We'll talk about that later. Okay. So now we're going to start, and I'm going to be using basic beige, guys. I know this is a new color, but you know, guys, it was very interesting. Like I saw it, I was very into it, and then I've not used it. So I decided I have to use it. And we are going to read this piece. This piece measures 4.25 by 9.75. And let me bring my cheat sheet here so I don't lie to you. By 9.75. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to align horizontally. We're going to align these at 4.25, and we're going to score. And then we're going to move to 5.5, and we're going to score. Okay. So it's exactly the same idea. It's a little bit easier here because you don't have to turn and move and all that good stuff that you have to do with having two pieces, but it's the same basic idea. So now I'm going to align the left corner of our cardstock here. And I'm actually going to bring my pencil here and mark there because guys, I can't see nowadays. So again, aligning that left side of that so left corner of my paper with the top of that score line, and we're going to score. So we're going to do one, and the same thing that dough. I'm going to put this vertically. Now it's easier to see. We're going to align at 3. Sorry, align at 2 1/4. Just kidding. I was pretty much into the other one, and we're going to score all the way to where that diagonal score line is. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flip this, right? And keeping that score, that diagonal score line corner on looking left, we're going to align again at 2 1/4 and score. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Again, if it doesn't, please ask questions. So we did the first side, and now we're going to do the other side. This is a little bit easier, and I'm going to bring again my, so I can see, because now you know this is both on the right position. So now we're going to get to the right corner. So bottom right corner, and we're going to align with the top of that score line, and we're going to score. But the other piece does not change. So we're going to put vertically. We're going to align at 2 1/4, and we're going to score all the way to that diagonal one, and do the same thing. Always keeping that score line corner. I don't know if you can put like a little X maybe, so you know that's always there, right? And again, align at 2 1/4 and score to the diagonal line. Okay. And now it's super easy because you have, oh no, that's cool. It's good. It's all good. Now you have all in one card. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I had to change my cutting blade. It was a little bit rebellious, and so let me clean that up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna erase those because I don't need them anymore. And now we're gonna go and do the folding, but it's the same thing. So we'll fold belly first. Now we are bringing our bow folder to give these a really good crease. And now we're going to help these, right? We're not folding all the way. Remember, we're just pushing a little bit. And then on the other side, pushing that one. We know this needs to go belly. So half of the side is belly, half of the side is mountain. But once you do that folding a little bit on those side score lines, it's very easy. We push down, and there it is. Okay, now in here the difference is we don't have a very big like square pulling out like in the other one. I'm okay with that. It does not change like the fun when you're opening, right? So I'm totally okay with that. Okay, so let's see. It's pretty rebellious. We're going to do the same with the other side. We fold belly, good crease, right? Maybe. Then folding the side. So fold belly, that side of that square and the other side of the square. And then with your 2 fingers, push on each side of the square down. I'm holding this in here. Holding down, and then push this. Okay, there we go. And it comes in on its own. Like it really wants to do what you told them to. So don't worry much about it. Actually, let me see if that helps a little bit. And I know that because I have the glass mat, it's pretty noisy. And open here 1 second so I can really give that a good score. I mean a good crease. Okay, there we go. Very simple. It opens. It's the same. It's not as magnanimous as the big one. It's not. But It's good enough for you to play with. And I don't even know where, oh, this is the glue stuff. I don't know, where did that come from? So let's start decorating these. And I have a few pieces here that we're going to work together, so it's always easier for you to see what I did. I have two pieces. These two pieces measure, cheat sheet, I'm just kidding, 1/7/8 by 4 1/8, okay? Hey, Rachel, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. And we're going to need actually 4 pieces of these, 2 for the front and 2 for the inside. So I have these one. This is white cardstock. So all I'm doing, we've done this in the past, guys. I am aligning these. There it is, centered in the area it's going to be. Remember, it's 1/8. So I'm keeping that it's the same here on each side. I'm bringing my marvelous pen, and we are going to mark what will be, give or take, 1/8 of an inch, right? And then here's another one. Okay, so we just made the areas we're going to cut. I'm going to bring the other piece that is white and the same, and I'm going to cut them both at the same time. You can do these with the, let me do this, with the designer series paper as well, but just remember that you cannot do it, that you have to take certain considerations, and I'll talk of those here in a minute. Let me cut this. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces. What happens with the designer? Oh, really? So Sandra is looking for the tags. Let me see if I can find it. And it's gonna have my probably. I think I logged. Oh no, I didn't log out. So let me see. Designer. Sometimes I like to play with my feelings as a designer. Okay. Yeah. So it's designer tags. My fault. Sorry, Sandra. But I'm going to put them here for you guys so you can see them. They're very, very beautiful. It was my fault. They're called designer tags, not tabs, guys. Sorry. Okay, going back to here. So we had 2 pieces that look the same. The advantage with cardstock or anything that's solid is that you just can turn around and you will not have an issue with adding these, right, in here. Now, if you have, and I do have, let me bring the other 2. If I do the same, so if I add these together, one on top of the other, and cut, then one of them is going to be, I will need to use the other side. So to avoid that, let me remove this here for a minute. I'm going to put one with the designer, or the side that I want, and the side that I want against it. And that way I can still do it twice, but I can still do it just in one cut, but I don't, but I cut it correctly. Trust me. This is not rocket science, but it felt like rocket science to me. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, guys. And I'll talk about this here in a minute, about this paper. So, centering. It's hard to see, but here are the edges. I'm marking about 1/8 of an inch in on both sides, and then I'm going to cut it, right? So you can see them there. I have one against the other, and we're going to cut this. If I manage to find the piece. Ha ha. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Man, it took me forever to align those. And now, because I did that, I was able to get the same result. So there you go. Now this paper belongs to, I always forget its name, so I have it in here so I don't forget. It's not forgetting. It's Country Lace. So this is the DSP. And there you go. And what I did was I got one of them that it's only basic beige. So there you go, the basic beige. And stamp the sketch plaid on it in Pool Party. And that's how I created these to work with my color combination. Okay, there are a couple questions. Let me address those. It says, is this a new product? Is in the catalog or online? Okay, so I have to tell you guys, I am not sure if the designer tags are newer or not. I found about them, I don't know what I was looking for, and they pop up. And I was like, I had not seen it earlier, which is what I was thinking, that probably we just did not see them. It may be, Sandra, that these are actually online exclusives. It can be that's on the online exclusives. Can somebody confirm that? I have the feeling that they may be online exclusives. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add these two pieces to our front, and then we'll keep working. Oh, yeah, you know what? Lately, I have not been using my catalog lately. Um, but in the online store, it's right there. Hey, Sonia, welcome. And I believe that Adrian put up there the number of, yeah, the number of the item of the dice, so you can just go a little bit above and you'll find it, Sandra. But it's, yeah, again, I did not see them. I think I ordered them when I was ordering my second order for the new catalog, and I just didn't, I had not seen them, and I was like, oh, I was in awe because I really liked them. Okay, we're going to add glue to these two, and we're going to adhere them to the card base. And every time I do that, I realize how much easier sometimes cutting pieces, especially triangles, it is for me if I create this, right? If I just do it like that. Okay. Number 2. If somebody has any questions, please let me know. I don't think it's a rough, like a hard card to make in the sense that it does not have like 5 cuts and or the card base, right? It's pretty simple. So I gotta tell you guys that I really like the color combination of Pool Party and Basic Beige. It's one of my new faves. So I am expanding these, right? So I can put this. I'm just being very mindful that this needs to go this way. Of course, it's very easy because, it's got a pretty peculiar shape, but be mindful. And I'm going to add those 2 pieces to the front of our card, and then we'll move to the inside of the card. Like I said initially, I'm going to turn these around and glue this. We needed 4 of these white ones. Thank you, Adrian. It says that it was an online exclusive. Thank you, Adrian. And so here you go. We needed 2 more, and those 2 are going to go in here. Okay, but now this is the front of our card, making sure those are correct. And we're going to go with the inside of our card. Now, we're going to do it together. Oh, okay, Sandra, that was why you were not finding them. So Sandra was looking in the catalog, and it's an online exclusive. Thank you, Adrian, then. So I have here a piece, and let me see if I have it here. This insert is 5 1/8 by 8 1/4, and it's score at 4 1/8. Okay, so this insert is going to go inside here, and it fits just in there. I don't know if you guys, let me bring this up here so you guys can see. Okay, so I have a little bit in here, an eighth in here, right, and an eighth up top here. And what we're going to do is, you guessed it, we're going to do the exact same thing, guys. I'm aligning these as best as I can, centering well everywhere, making sure it's as straight as possible. And we're going to mark. So let me see if I can show you. Here is the score line, and I can see a part of the score line here. Let me see. I'm going to make this a little closer, maybe, so you guys can see better. So here is the score line, and I am going to make my little mark a little bit below. So kind of calculating the eighth, right there. Okay. And then I can see the score line in here. Can you see? It's hard for you guys to see. I'm going to try it. So I have my top in there. I can see my score line there. So I'm going to mark a little bit inside the small area. And I'll see. So here, so between those two score lines, so here's one, here's the other. I'm marking a little bit inside. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So a little bit lower of the score line. Here's the score line. And I'm bringing this up. Here is the other score line. So between those two score lines, about an eighth of an inch. So we have now, let me erase this though. We have now, whoops, 2 different points in here to cut and 2 different points in for here and cut. Okay, so now I can move a little bit further, guys, because if not, it seems to be too close. Sandra is saying that she's in Australia, so it's definitely a little bit different. Yes, I know, Sandra. But thank you for being here and for asking all those questions, because now we know that it's an online exclusive. Okay, now we're going to cut these. Like I said, this is a little note that opens, right? So I cut one and I'm going to cut there. So all I'm doing is cutting between those 2 marks that we just did. Those 2 pencil marks. And bringing it all up here. And it all fits very, very well. I love this method. It's basic for me, but I love it. And now I'm bringing another piece. This piece, so we said this one ends up measuring 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 by 5. 4 1/4 by 5 1/8. So this piece is 4 by 5. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing, guys. I'm not even trying to calculate. I think Louise did something very intelligent, and she was trying to calculate it, and I was like in awe. But I was like, no, I'm not going to make it this so complicated that it takes me forever to figure it out. It takes me takes me longer to explain it to you guys because I lack the words. So all I did again is I marked just the same we did, but I want to show you here. Sorry guys, I centered this in my white folder thingy, and I marked within an eighth of an inch. Can you guys see? So these, oops, not the pen. Let me put that pen away. So I mark a little bit here, I mark here, and here, and here. And that way I have, I'm going to have the same angle as my other piece. And here we go. I'm just going to cut between those 2 corners, or between those 2 marks. Sorry, not corners. And there we go. And I'm going to bring a little bit of, there. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be our center mat. And I'm erasing all my little pencil marks. And we're going to just glue this in. And oops, there we go. And here we go. So can you just do this one? One piece, totally. You can do it. I am doing it because I want to be like, I did some coloring and I want that to be like the main piece when you open. And then I'll be able to write in here whatever I want, right? So that's why. But, and here it goes. Remember that we had to score all the way and it's just easier. That works really well for me. Nobody's going to see those score lines. Oh, Sandra, that's very interesting. Sandra, do you have the because we are having some major, I'm so bad at this business. We're having some major news. Hey, Donna, welcome. One of them is we're going to have some online exclusives popping up in June 5th. And we're going to have a sale. So it's 10% off from some 10% off extra for bundles. And I am a little bit too excited about that. So I need to like chill a little bit because I don't want to end up buying all of it. But yeah, that is super cool. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to bring two pieces, my other two pieces. The next thing we're going to need, you're going to need two squares of let's see. So remember that these squares are 2 1/4. So we need two squares in white cardstock that measure 2 inches by 2. And then, whoops, sorry, I'm bringing some of my stuff. I already have cut one, of course, because we didn't need it, but I'm bringing this one here. So we're going to do that. And all we need to do is cut diagonally. Let me move this so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm aligning those 2 points, 2 corners, and cutting diagonally. I am actually being mindful to not destroy the corners. So, and let me bring, so I have other pieces in here. I hope I don't see it somehow. Oh, guys, sorry. Let me move this in here where I can actually see. And here's my other piece. And this piece measures 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And here you go, guys. This is just that beautiful lace, country lace, DSP, and I love it. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to, I want to mention this. We're going to cut these diagonally, but remember that this is how our triangle is, or our square is cut, right? So if I cut in here, so I'm following the same line and I will get the same thing. But if I cut these, I may get myself in trouble, right? So I keep it here so it reminds me which side I have to cut, and I don't make mistakes. So again, I start in the middle, guys, because that way I don't smoosh those corners. I agree, Kiwi. That's a possibility. Ha! Yes. So Kiwi's saying which bundles to buy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I completely agree, guys. It's very, I mean, it's very holiday. Everything that's coming in the online exclusives is very holiday. So it had two of the, I mean, I guess holidays in general, right? Two of the ones that I saw, the ones that we have access to see, was two of them are very are have an emphasis on Christmas, but they, you know, they have like different sayings and whatever. And then one seems to be more for fall and the other one for Halloween. So those are the ones I saw today. But the paper is very beautiful. I liked it very much. And so, anyways, just want to let you guys know that it's coming. That is the online exclusives. And yes, I can't wait for that. It will be 20% of the bundles. And if you take on your 25%, that's a really good savings, right? So I have a few bundles that I've not gotten and that I want to, but now is the time. We're going to do the same thing, guys, here. So we're going to center those triangles within the white matte triangle. And back in here. And Rachel is saying that it's almost like quilting, and I agree. It's probably almost like quilting. One day in my lifetime, I will learn how to quilt because I really think it's beautiful. Good idea. Kiwi saying to use a little piece of washi tape to tack to glue it down, I guess. Tuck down is what she said. Oh, by the way, Kiwi, I just was wondering how is the weather? I know that it's been really awful. Kiwi lives in Texas, and Texas has been pretty much hammered lately. Okay, so I'm gonna bring and I'm gonna glue our pieces here. And I don't know what you think, guys, but I really, really like how soft these basic beige looks. It's really, really soft looking, and I am loving it now, and I like it. So I guess random Polly, who likes basic beige and who didn't like it? Polly, let me know, guys. We'll see who likes the basic beige. So I don't know if you like, in my culture, beige is one of those colors that you always feel it kind of matches with everything, right? And anything. I just like, I don't know, a good red looks good with it. Gold, browns look really good with it. Blues look really good with it, right? So like I was kind of trained to really like beige, and then I started working these, and I don't know, guys, it's like I'm like, I don't really love it. When I saw it on paper, I was not in love with it, and now I'm loving it. Oh, okay. So I'm glad, Kiwi, that you're okay. I know it's been really, really rough in there. Adrian says that she likes these colors. Thank you. And the last piece, these pieces that we're bringing are these two that, remember, they're similar to these, right? Or the same. I just cut 4 of them, and I just used that eyelet embossing folder that I really like, guys. And you probably know that because I've used it already like a few times. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to add them here. And as you guys can tell, I'm keeping these very, very monochromatic. I guess it's too chromatic. It has just 2 main colors, right? The basic beige and white, which is why I think it gives it like a really soft look to it. So I'm going to go hold this for a second. So we're liking basic beige. Good. So this is the card, guys. We have only here the pool party. We're going to open, and that's what you're going to see. And now we decorate. This is it. That's it, guys. And now we decorate. And guess who's very excited? Okay. So I do have a variety of things that we're going to use. Let me bring them up here. I did spend quite some time coloring, guys, and I'm really in love with the end result. Um, I cannot tell you how much I like them. These bench, I just love them. Let me show you this one. Isn't this super cool? I love how it looks like that. I put just a little bit of crumb cake in it, and it just gives it that perfect old look. And look how beautiful it looks on this one. It just looks so perfectly vintage. Again, really, really liking the general effect of it. And then, of course, I color a couple of flowers. And let me show you right here. Just the roses, not a whole lot. They're very small. You can't do a whole lot with them. But I tried to do some blending. And I did take a little bit more time on these two because they're a little bit bigger. And so I have a little bit more of area to work with them. But yeah, really, really beautiful to color. And I just had a blast coloring them, guys. I'm going to put all there. And we're going to bring... So my thought process, oh, Adrian, thank you, was I have these. Oh, this is the tag that I was showing you, the designer tags, not tabs. Um, and then I cut a square, and I forgot how much this fits, how big this fits, but it just fits exactly in that little square. And it's not a square. I think it's like 1/8 of an inch bigger on one side or something. But I just cut a piece that we're going to work on it later. The inside is going to be mainly made of these beautiful piece. I forgot how to call it because, why not? And I like the flowers very much, the roses. So my thought process is we're going to put this one there. And I'm bringing our little table in. So that's why I was telling you guys, I want whatever is inside, I can write in here. I can decorate it later. I'm not really thinking, but I really want these to be like the main focal point of the card. Mainly because I took quite my time to color it, and it's just beautiful, and that's what I want. So it looks like I need to bring this lower down. Take one there, and that one there. So it all fits. Wait, right there. So it all fits. As you guys can tell, this one is a little bit too high. So there you go. I'm trying for it not to move above or beyond the edge. So that will be, when you open it, that will be what you see. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this together. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, I have to tell you guys, I really enjoyed coloring this. It really worked well. Like, when you're doing something and you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to look as good as I'm hoping. And here I'm crossing my fingers, right? But it really, really looked well, and I was very, very pleased with it. So very excited. I actually stamped these on smoky slate, which is a little lighter than the gray I was using, and I am loving the smoky slate, guys. And so I'm bringing this back up here. Be mindful of that edge, but just like that, I'm moving it a little bit, just like there. And there we go. Isn't that so super cute? Then I have a few. So this belongs to the butterflies. I always forget the name of those butterflies. It's funny. Paper butterfly accents, and those belong to the perennial lavender. And I just thought I can put a beautiful butterfly in there. And I can even bring, all these are part of the Country Flowers bundle. So it has, these stamps that you can color, but then it also has dies, and the dies bring a lot of flowers that you can play with, and that's what I'm going to use in here, because I thought that I can just put a couple of accents, maybe like 3 on each side or something along those lines. So maybe one there. I have more flowers, guys. I don't know where they went. So maybe one big, one small, and then one big and one small, something like that. So it's just, again, it's just to bring a pop of color. And I actually forgot, I did cut this out. This is just one of the dies. I just colored with the blenders a tiny bit just to create that idea of, and I wanted to put this one in here, and I'm going to, because it really brings it up. So there you go. See what I'm saying? Like I want these there, and it just, that brings such a pop of green, and I love it. I'm gonna move these a tiny bit there. Trying to see which one works better, which side works better. And I think that works great. Okay. Just like that. Ta-da! Sorry. That was more or less what I was looking for, and I completely forgot of this one. Which is why I have to like make marks of what I'm doing because I forget when I'm live. So again, I'm being mindful that this is not in the fold there, right? And now I'm gonna glue again these. Sorry guys. And then again, this one, I still have to be mindful that those have to be in the edge, but there you go. So that brings that little pop of green in the back, and I really like that. Oh, thank you, Sonia. I'm glad that you're liking it. Thank you, Louise. Oh, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. You just guys know that I enjoy coloring very much. So what I did with this butterfly, kind of the same. I use my blends. And I use light summer sky. No, sorry. Light summer splash. I keep saying summer sky. Don't know why, but that's what I keep saying, guys. So when I see, just translation, when I say summer sky, it's summer splash. Guys, that's so funny. And then I there we go. And I just color them using the summer splash in the middle, and then the dark pool party on the sides. And of course I put a little bit of Link Stella. Okay, let me stop for 1 second. Kiwi and Elizabeth, what can't you find, guys? I was not paying enough attention. I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, wait, I almost made a huge mistake here. Let me know what you can find, because I don't know. I'm gonna cut one of these, because you can cut them. Because the other one I cut, when I cut it, that's not a line, it's of course. So I'm going to bring one here, one to one, the other edge, right there. And then we're going to bring, do right here, right? Kiwi. Yes, I do that all the time. That's so funny. I'm going to bring this one to this side. So there's more just fun playing with, positions. Oh, they are, okay. Kiwi, remind me when I'm done. Okay, so this is the inside of the card. It's pretty simple, but I find it very beautiful. I really, really, really like this one. And so we're going to close this, and now we're going to work on this piece. As you guys can tell, I was pretty scared that I was going to mess it up and forget everything. So I'm going to bring our beautiful, I really like this kettle, old kettle. It really reminds me of my grandma, because she had something like that. The summer sky will be the next in color. I agree, Louise. It's just so funny. I don't know why. I just forget every time. And I'm actually going to center this. I was going to put it, but I remembered that I did this differently a little bit so it will all fit. And then I'm bringing this beautiful colored piece. I'm going to bring that one inside. Put it on top. And I could totally use dimensionals, but I'm not going to. Thank you, Rachel. I hope you have a good one. Okay. And then you could bring some extra flowers if you want. You can bring some extra flowers in here if you want, like in the inside. I'm just not going to. I'm going to let that be for a minute. And I'm going to bring, where is it? So I just got stamp and says sending love, and just fussy cut it. So it's really small. And this one I'm going to put in here. And it just looks so beautiful. I really, really, really like this one. This is the only one that I'm going to put on dimensionals. There you go. And I'm just going to come in here and cut that out. Oh my God, right, Kiwi? I agree. I agree. I totally agree with you. Kiwi saying she would love to have a teapot this way. And I was like, yes, that'll be me too. I really love it. And now we're going to add these to our tag, which again, I'm in love with this tag thingy. And let's go ahead. Well, you know, you guys know I love tags, right? So, and so I was devising, how do I put this? Oh my God, Rachel, that is so funny. And so this one, we're just going to bring in here and make a little knot. And of course, this moves, right? So you can move as much as you want, or it's up to you completely. I'm going to bring a quick knot in here. This could be bigger. This is the only one that is not available because this was the free for the celebration, guys. And I have to tell you, I did get a few of them because I really liked that. And now I'm like, I have to use it. So you guys know I really am impaired when it comes to making bows, but you kind of get the idea, right? Let me try harder, Maria. You can try harder. Okay, that's best case scenario. Okay, there you go. So I had made this one extra, and I am thinking you can put it in here, even outside. Like you can put this in any place if you want it. I'm not sure I want to put it. I actually think that if I want it, I want to do it this side. There you go. Oh, this is it, Rachel. This is it. So just one thing. I have these that I've had for 1,000 years, guys. I don't know how old they are. These are the glossy dots, and I think they because it has that iridescent thingy, but it kind of looks beige to me, doesn't it? Like in these, it kind of has like a glow of beige on it. I don't know. So that one were one of the ones I thought of, and then I thought maybe these festive pearls will keep um, the softness of the card. So those are the two options. Um, yes, that could be a possibility to add it to there. I just did not think about it. But you're probably right. This needs to be attached in the back. That is a great idea. I am thinking actually, I'm going to leave this and I'm going to bring a bigger piece of this. Let's do that first. Because I don't think it's going to be big enough for a good bow. Well, or a relatively good bow. Whatever comes from me right now. So let me move that out of there. And we're going to put these through. And then we'll make the measurements. So thank you. That's a great idea, Kiwi. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Anita. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Rachel. Okay. Let's move everything. Actually, you can also, yeah, glue it to the back is a good idea. Making sure that I can make a knot out of this at least, right? I'm so ridiculous. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to hold these in here, guys. I'm actually going to bring a little piece of my washi tape, my dollar store washi tape, and hold these in here so it kind of sticks there. And I'm going to add this in here. So thank you. Hey, good morning. How are you, Julie? Thank you, Kiwi. That was a really good idea. Just going to bring a little piece of Tear and tape, of course. Did it not move? Oh, it did move. Of course it moved. Stay there. Did I mention dollar store, guys? It's not really good tear and tape. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm centering these, getting it there. Now I have a good spot to adhere this. And I'm going to do it all over so it sticks. Color the pearls would be a pretty idea. Okay, I think I'm going to keep the pearls just because I think I like the softness of it. And oh, yeah, you know what? I really like that too. Great idea, Kiwi. So that way this does not flies away when, it's needed. So I'm going to bring the pearls. Let's do the pearls. So the pearls are already, can you see it? They're already pool party. So I'm going to bring, I actually really like them because they're going to look very good in, the spots or the spaces available here within the flowers. And I'm just going to bring one there. Sorry, guys, I want that one towards closer there. And we're going to bring just one more. So we have that one in here. Yeah, I'm going to put that one there. Maybe. Here. Sorry, guys. It took me a little bit. Okay, let's put all these out of the way. And now we got it. And I'm going to bring these and put it in here. It will fit in an envelope because, in the end there should be a big corner here. So these will fit perfectly okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. There it goes. And now, yeah, the ribbon isn't going anywhere. We get it. We did it. Okay. There you go. Okay, what you guys think? There you go. So you make your knot, your little knot here, you open, and then it just opens, and it's just that little pop of pool party. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, let me close this. I'm gonna bring the other ones I made, guys. So this is the first one, and I made this one mostly to practice that what I was envisioning was really gonna happen. And I am using that. It's the new one, and I already forgot the name of it. But I really, really like this stamp set. But this is all paper, all retired paper, and it just opens up. And I really like this paper. It was one of my favorite. Oh, thank you, June. I'm glad you liked it. And I just made a little pop-up thingy here so I can write my sentiment. It's just a square to bring some of the extra colors. But again, just using some of that retired paper, DSP, and some new things. And I just lost a thingy here. I don't know where it went. Oh well. So that's the small one. I did that one so I could practice the card because sometimes I definitely need to practice more. And these are the 5 and 5x7s. Of course, a Christmas one, right? Nothing new. I'm using retired paper, but it looks really, really cute. So I create my little gift in there, and there you go. You just open. I'm using some of a combination of everything that belonged to this sweet but it's very cute, and I really, really like it. What is happening in here? Oh, my little thingy fell off. I guess it needs glue. Okay, it needs glue. Let's not be stingy with glue, guys. Oh, really? So Kiwi's telling us some fun fact, and I didn't know that. So I really like this size, guys, very, very much. And like I was telling you, I used a color combination of the stickers from the memory pack, the pieces from the memory pack. This belonged to the memory pack too. And the paper, right? It's just, and this one does open up. And I just decorated there on the top, and you can write whatever you want in here. So I am very excited about that. And finally, I did this one. And this is in that same, and this is using In the Moment, which we color in my coloring group. And I thought it looked really good with these new paper. And so it's very simple. I don't have anything on the inside, but I think that the colors are enough. But you can open this one and you can just put that out there. And I'm really liking these guys. So very, very cute. That reminds me. So Louise is saying that I'm getting close to the 4,000 people. And before I go on, I know guys, it's taking a little longer. I want to move to here. Oh gosh, it's not working. Well, it's not working very well. Oh, I see now it's working. So I told you guys I don't have any more the software I was using because I had to pay for it, and I decided to not use it for a while. I think I'm gonna get back to it, but so wait before I make a mistake. There it is. So Ray Milliken, it's the winner of our embossing folders. I'll put them like right here. So Ray, you won this. If you're here, please let me know. If you're not here, please send me your address to Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com, and I will send that to you. Ray, if you're not in the United States, I will send you something different because yeah, it could cost a little bit, but let me know because then I can send another raffle. And the other one, guys, I don't know why it's not working. That's probably the problem of making things free. And Louise, let me move back in here. There you go. Louise, you won this one. So it was Louise and Ray were the ones that won prizes. So Louise, please send me your email to Maria and mariascraftingcorner.com so I can send you this paper. And this paper is the Garden Walk 6x6. Okay, we made it. So we were talking about those new bundles. Guys, what you have to do is, those of you that are demonstrators, in the opening page, the main page, the home page is the word I'm looking for. When you're getting to your home page and stamping up in your demonstrator website, all you have to do is going to where it says, so you have several tabs. You have updates, calendar, happening now, and to the right, towards the right of your screen, you will see something that says product releases. When you click on product releases, there's the online exclusives, and that's where you will find the new online exclusives, guys. So I hope that makes sense. Yes, Garden Walk. Okay. I am so glad you like them, Sonia. Oh, thank you, Donna. I saw your card. Donna made this gorgeous card. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, Kiwi, it was a Garden Walk. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know how to get to the online exclusives, and they're right there. So we have 4 beautiful cards. I really love how these one ends up looking in here, guys. Remember how much it took us to color that one, and how it just makes it's very simple card, but I am in love with this card. And I'm just using some of those new ink colors, and then of course our Christmas one and our final one, today's card. And I'm really liking this card, I have to tell you guys. very honestly. So obviously this needed to be moved. Sometimes, you know, no kiwi. If you go, okay, I'm going to do this. You can't see, right? So, okay, let me go back in here. So this is the, you know, the home page. You see where I'm at? You have these tabs on the top. So here's the happening now, and right next to it says product releases. And when you click on product releases, it will take you to like this area, and it has everything. And here's the online exclusives. And if you hit there, then it'll take you to the new online exclusives. There you go. And that's all all I'm going to show because I don't know how much I'm going to show. Thank you, Kiwi. I'm so glad you liked it. Oh, thank you, Anita. I am so glad you liked it. Let me remove any possibility of getting in trouble. I don't think that nothing was showing, nothing personal was showing, so I hope that that's okay. I have to say, guys, I always move to me very quickly. I really like this one. Um, it the colors are totally what I like. Actually, let me bring my Wink Stella, and we'll put this Wink Stella here on our little butterfly. And since it's up there, we won't mess it up, or we may not mess it up. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for those of you that were not finding the actual. There we go. The actual new bundles. Yes, those are the June releases, Elizabeth. Ooh, Kathy, yes, let us know what you think. That sounds very cool. So, anyways, guys, we have, you know, 4 cards here to inspire you. Let me see, 2 different sizes. And like I said, guys, you can totally change this to make different sizes to, you know, as you please. So don't get discouraged because of some of it's very simple. That's why I wanted to show you. We took some time to work on those. Okay. So Louise and Ray, please send me an email to Maria and mariascraftingcorner.com. I'm going to put it right here. So with your address, so I can send you your prices. And to those of you who are in Facebook, I will post tomorrow our first, it will start tomorrow actually. When we reach to the 4,000 people, we are going to give away these folders. They're older folders, but I'm in love with them. I really got them a little bit ago. They're very beautiful folders, and so we'll raffle those in here along with one of the kits that I have in there. So hopefully we'll have a lot of fun here soon. Kiwi saying that she likes the 5x7. I like the 5x7 too. Kind of what I was telling you, you have more space to decorate. I really enjoyed it, but I am pretty pleased with the final outcome of the smaller one. So with the, you know, our regular 4x, and I'm gonna show you guys this. Let me see. I always don't know where the camera is. It's not too thick, like compared to some of the ones I do sometimes. It's not too thick. So this is something that you will be able to send in the mail without a whole lot of extra postage. I know I always make layers and layers, but this one ended up working really well for whatever reason. The other thing that I didn't do was decorating the inside, guys, this area, and I'll probably finish that one, later. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I, as always, really, really appreciate all your love, all your support, and I hope I can see you next Friday. I got distracted. Sorry. Oh, Kiwi says she wants the folder. I think so, Kiwi. I think that they were supposed to send an email soon, and once they send the email, that just means that the paper has been uploaded into the store, and you will be able to add it to your cart once when you're buying something else. So you just add it to your cart, and it'll go with there for free. That's my understanding. Is that less than a 14th of an inch? You're getting very picky, Kiwi. Let me see. Maybe. Remember, we had done this in the past, so we'll do this. Okay, let me fold this all together. No, it's not less than a 1/4 of an inch, Kiwi. I just try with the trimmer, but I am thinking that if you put less layers, it may do, right? Like I put a few, like the ribbon and some other things, so just take that into account. So I hope that was clear about that explanation, guys. And again, so thankful for you all to be here. And I'll see you Friday, guys. Hopefully we have a fun Friday. I've been debating into making a card or a scrapbook for Father's Day. I may go with the Father's Day scrapbooking, guys. I have to tell you. And yeah, that's what I was doing, Kiwi. It does not fit into the trimmer slot, so sorry. It's always my bad. Can't help it. Okay, guys. Well, hoping you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope you had a restful day off, and celebrated all around those around you that served, and for those of you that have lost somebody, my sympathies to all of you, and I'll see you guys on Friday, and thank you again. Bye, guys.